Awful. Yeah. Boat pitting, yes or no? Everyone back and forth about it. Dangerous, but sometimes required. Shoot at submarines if you can't pursue. Oh god. Still don't spike bikes. Bison gave a very long TLDR about the Thunder situation. Probably getting the Glock punishment. For a rock. Okay, we should have been at this meeting. I'd like to turn everybody to this. Hold on. The 10-month felony charge of possession of a silencer. Did everyone forget about that? Bison got upset about Sweets because of his morning voice. Hates people with nice voices. Stealth subpoena is a no bueno, but DOJ is okay with it. Gotta wait for a convo with Bloom and DOJ. I don't know what a stealth subpoena is. Wasn't that the Lang Buddha LSBN video where it was like they send it to your documents and that's it? And nothing else? Dan is going to court for the Edba incident from like a month ago. Remington settled, so Dan is kind of screwed. Okay. Sanguine is no longer lawless, is under San Andreas now. Also, Thatch is still missing. We need to find him. We found time reducer. Jaden is missing. Oh no. Anyway, Bloom is here. PD morale issues stemming from lack of communications before, after the war from High Command. Should create an anonymous form for PD questions for High Command to answer at the upcoming meeting. Let's boost morale events, special meetings. It's spooky season. Wow. And what is this? Alicia to excessive use of force. Breakaway was. Oh. This is one of those handcuff, should you shoot situations. Which the answer is unfortunately no. Yeah. All right. Should we just stand here and watch them?
I don't think she's. I mean, I don't even know her. You know what I mean? She could be absolutely. Skypay could be absolutely amazing. But that was just kind of like the thing that set me off on that day. So.
Let's see. Axel. Boring. Sanguine. Whoa! Ain't no way. Didn't High Command? Yeah, we didn't get any communication. Yeah. So, yeah, High Command didn't even know things. Hopefully we're moving away from that. Should we speak to Apple about selling the office?
Hello, Assistant Chief.
Hello, Abdul. How you doing, mate?
I'll greet you, Habibi. You know,
Good.
beautiful day. You know, enjoying it.
Yeah, you're not too bad. Hey, I've got a couple of queries for you as a realtor, if that's all right.
Yeah, no problem.
The first thing, I've got an office that I don't use anymore. How do I go about selling that?
I can help you sell it. Basically, you go to the location of the place, and I'll meet you there, and then we sell it together. If it costs more than 1 million, then we can get you 60% of the market cost.
I don't think it costs more than $1 million. It should be fine. Okay.
Okay.
And then the other thing
is also
is
55% and 50%.
I want to buy a house, Abdul.
Ooh.
I need a house.
Which places have you found places, or
I haven't found anywhere. It's too hard to find a place. I can't go door to door. I'm a busy man. Abdul, do you know the farm that's up in Palito? Just outside.
Yeah.
Is that available to buy? Like the whole farm?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you're gonna have to go directly to the mayor for it.
Go directly to the mayor?
Yes, directly to the mayor. You go directly to the mayor and you tell the mayor, we want this farm. You know, we have big family. We would like to retire here and live our life, you know, just collecting chicken eggs and stuff, you know? And
Hmm.
yeah, maybe the mayor can give it to you, and in return, you're gonna be paying the mayor office a certain amount of tax.
Okay. All right, that
And
sounds
after
great.
that, after you get the approval, you talk to Nancy or to Eve. You know Nancy and Eve, right?
Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
From Cerberus. Yes, those two, they can make you like a nice interior, you know?
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds fantastic. All right.
If you want something special, you go for the special ways, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I know you're a busy man, but you're gonna have to go through these steps.
Okay, that's fine. In the meantime, do you know if there's any properties available to buy, like houses?
Yeah, I could check for some properties, but what you want?
Like a
You
three
use
bedroom.
you can literally
Not.
use the MTW. You have it in your hands, bro.
Yeah, I know, but that's not that easy.
It's easy. Just write the street names, bro.
I suppose you're right. Okay, I'll have a look. Thanks, Abdul. I'll give you a
Hey,
call
no
back when I want to
problem.
buy a place, all right?
All right, I can show you the interior and stuff. I can open the doors
Okay,
without
all
you
right.
abusing
Hey,
your officer power.
Yeah, I understand. All right, thank you. I'll give you a call in a
Okay.
bit, all right?
All right, Habibi. Have a good one. Bye
All
bye.
right, bye bye. What are you hugging my husband for?
this is just a good man, you know?
He's
Solid
he's
man.
he's married.
Hard man.
He's hard. What?
Well,
I mean, I never really thought about it like that.
you know, it's just kind of like slipped and he caught me. There's a little bit of mud over there, so I slipped and he caught me.
Okay, right. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
I
Just
was giving him a ride and then we kind of chatted it up.
you were chatting my husband up.
Having a bit of a chin wag. Just wagging my chin so hard.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for giving my husband a lift. That was very kind of you.
Yeah, I did give him a lift.
Yeah. Everything's okay, right, Trevor?
Yeah, everything's good. I got a job at LSBN. Got my
Yeah.
first article coming out. A little bit of investigative journalism.
Oh, really? What's the story?
I don't think it's published yet. Let me see. This story is about Leninberg.
Who?
Leninberg. Stuff I was working on when I was in that PD, but
Oh, Lean.
Leninberg is the guy's name.
Oh, is that the who's making that lean stuff?
Well, I believe he is kind of like there's a lot of people making that lean stuff, but Leninberg has got his own strain known as Purple Rain, and it's just kind of like devastating the South Side. And it was kind of crazy. It's actually something I didn't see anyone in the department kind of looking into. So I was like, oh, you know, without releasing any details of like big investigative shit, I was like, I'll write an article about it. Maybe it'll spark something.
Hey, that sounds great.
Yeah, you want me to? I'll read you the article if you want.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. A shadowy figure known only as Leninberg has sent shockwaves through the city with the creation of a mysterious elixir known as Purple Rain. This enigmatic master scientist's potion has left a trail of memory loss, euphoria, and relaxation in its wake, garnering the attention of both thrill seekers and authorities alike. The concoction's tagline, "This stuff kicks like a mule with its balls wrapped in duct tape," has become a catchy but ominous catchphrase among those who have dared to try Leninberg's creation. The drink's effects reportedly hit users hard, leaving them in a state of blissful oblivion. Leninberg is a figure shrouded in mystery, known for his finesse, danger, and sharp wit. Despite the growing infamy of Purple Rain, the true identity of the mastermind behind it remains unknown. Rumors, however, have swirled that Liebenberg is not only a scientific genius, but also remarkably handsome. The Los Santos Police Department is now in hot pursuit of Liebenberg, as the elixir's side effects have raised significant concerns for public safety. A generous reward has been offered for any information leading to the capture or identification of this elusive scientist. Authorities are urging citizens to be cautious and to report any suspicious activity related to Purple Rain or Liebenberg. As the hunt for this mysterious creator continues, the city remains on edge, wondering who Liebenberg truly is and what other secrets he may hold. The emergence of Purple Rain and its enigmatic creator have left Los Santos in a state of both intrigue and apprehension, with the full extent of Liebenberg's impact yet to be revealed.
Trevor, that was very well written, mate. That was, yeah. I mean,
I mean, good. I'm good at writing reports,
Yeah.
Never missed a report.
How do we know he's handsome?
Never missed a report. No, it's just a rumor on the street. That's what I'm saying.
There's just a rumor on the street that Liebenberg is handsome.
Yeah. He's, I think when I was talking, I was actually interviewing an anonymous source yesterday, and he said, handsome, he uses finesse, he's witty, and there's one other word. I have it written down somewhere, but yeah.
Wow. I mean, yeah, it's great. I can't wait to read it.
I just read it to you. You don't have to wait now.
Yeah, but that's not. Is it the whole article?
Yeah, that's the whole article. I mean, it's short, right?
Oh.
Like what fucking Zoomer in this city wants to read anything that's longer than 4 paragraphs?
Yeah, I mean I do, but I'm not a Zoomer, so.
And then I also did. I used to work in. I did before I was a cop. I was working as a graphic designer, and also I did color separation for screen printing, and I got a little bit of Photoshop skills, so I'm doing my own. It's basically a one-stop shop here between the photos, the article, making my contribution. I'll send you the picture over if you see anything. Let me know. Look at this. There you go. That's all we have on Liebenberg.
Wow.
Yeah, I did photography as well.
That's pretty good. That would capture me in. That would pull me in.
Yep, that is like who is Liebenberg? Who is Liebenberg?
That's an interesting choice. Where'd you get the idea? Like, is this a photograph we got of Liebenberg, or?
It's I got a photograph of him at night, one night on the south side, waiting for a deal. It's kind of far away. I snapped that, but then I had to like cut him out. The lights were dark, so I then just went up last night and took a picture of the Vinewood sign because of how iconic it is to Los Santos. Threw it on top of it.
That's pretty great.
But yeah, that's kind of like what I've been working on. And, I got a camera. I've been interviewing a lot of people.
It's fantastic. About lean.
Lean, current state of the police department.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that must be Brian's story. Yeah. Is that why you had Matt? Is that an interview for the current state of the police department?
No. I was telling him about the situation that happened the other day. Why I've been terminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was I don't know. I think Rhodes is a pretty solid cop. I don't.
Right. Yeah, he is.
There's not much where I would be like, hey, let's I think the whole thing too is I'm not looking to slander the police department at all.
That's good.
But when I do get a cop in front of the camera, I kind of just let them talk, you know?
No, I mean, yeah, everyone has a right to their opinion and stuff like that. I've got no issues.
Yeah. So, how's everything going for you? What's the job been like?
Still dealing with the fallout from the war. Really, that's mainly been the job.
What Fallout is that? God, I'm so glad I missed that. I was in the Bahamas. I was on the beach drinking pina coladas.
I mean, the war crimes, you know, that kind of stuff is still.
What war crimes were committed?
You know, sending the EMS into the basement. One of our officers dressing up as an EMS and, you know, faking that he was neutral just to use that to his advantage and kill enemy combatants. That kind of stuff.
With that?
I was a listen, you know, I mean, I think you know Brian, and I'm not afraid to hide this, and I think it's pretty obvious. But asking Brian questions is an interesting thing to do because it's very hard to get an answer. But when we asked, you know, the other cop, it was pretty straight answers. It was, you know, he owned up to everything, and he just said that he was false flagging. That was it. He wanted to get, you know, he was using it to his advantage, and yeah, he took out 6 to 10 enemy combatants by his, you know, his count.
So what war crimes did fill me in here? What war crimes did the EMS commit?
The EMS? Which EMS?
I guess fill me in. Fill me in on the war crimes that were committed. Somebody who doesn't know.
I think LSBN has an article, Trevor. I'll be honest. There's a lot.
I mean, I saw it was just like so an EMS went with a bomb into the shelter.
Yeah, the PD sent an EMS with a bomb into the shelter. Yeah.
Genius.
Genius. She got shot in the head and dragged in, and then the enemy combatants then had a bomb that they didn't have before. That's genius to you? Or?
Was she forced to do it?
That's just, you know, that's arguable.
Well, I guess that would determine, like, you know.
Listen, at the end of the day, you know, according to the Senate, we don't abide by the Geneva Convention, so technically there was no war crimes on Sanguine, because technically no one can be charged for anything. But yeah.
You mean on the cop side?
Yeah, on well, yeah. When it comes to war crimes, no people from either side can be charged for war crimes.
Well, we all have bosses, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And you know who the boss of the police department is?
Right now, it's the senator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work directly for the Senate.
Yeah, I do. That's correct.
Crazy. Like, I once tried to rise up against my boss.
Right.
Didn't work out too well for me, you know.
Just off the record, Trevor.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. This is us. I would tell you. I would at least give you the courtesy.
You're not recording this conversation, are you?
No, I'm not recording this. I told you this is off the record. I'll tell you what. You take out your phone and you can record me saying, this is off the record. I am not using this. If I use anything that's being used in this conversation, then I don't know. Breach of privacy. I don't know what it would be.
Yeah, it's a two-party state. So
I know it's a two-party state, but I'm just trying to think of a way that we could. Here, yeah, we're here. You know what I'll do? I will put my phone and my camera in the van. How's that sound? Make you feel more comfortable?
you don't need to do anything, Trevor. I just, you're working for LSB now.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, whether it's a two-party state or not, if you record a conversation, it doesn't matter whether I agree or not.
I'm not recording the conversation. I guess that's the point of me. I'm not recording this conversation.
Okay. So why are you on about rising up against our bosses for?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Where'd that come from?
Well, you just said,
What did I say?
You're kind of expressing your issues you had with the Senate.
Well, I said I was expressing issues that I had with events that officers were partaking in over on Sanguine. I didn't mention the Senate.
Wasn't the senator there?
Yeah, the Senate was on the island. Yeah.
Whose call was it? Whose call was it to send the EMS in?
That was Brian and the senator, and possibly Axel. We don't know. He's dead.
You know what's crazy is on the Axel thing is the fact that we have officers celebrating his death.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
It is. You could celebrate you could celebrate your superior's death and not get fired in the police department. But if you are an asshole, you will, even if you do your job.
Listen, Trevor. If everybody who did their job got the excuse to be an asshole, I think this would be a very different police department.
Yeah, well, there's not many people in the police department that are as good of being an asshole as I am. The thing about an asshole, right? It has to be done the right way.
Listen, Trevor, I do genuinely think that you were a very good police officer and you're very good at what you do. But at the end of the day, cadets are held to a very high standard.
No, I do understand. I'm not questioning that. I even told the beautiful Matt Rhodes the same thing. It's like, I understand, like sometimes you forget, you transfer in from a different department. You forget where you are on the totem pole. And while that's not an excuse by any means, it's kind of like where my head was at.
Yeah, I think, between you and me, I think if you weren't a cadet, that probably could have gone very differently.
Yeah, what about Carmine?
What about him?
How did he have a job for so long?
I honestly do not know. I honestly don't know. He was shift to...
Your husband brought him up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was he was one of the commissioners. I don't know how else to describe them. Like one of these the Make-A-Wish department kind of thing that the commissioner had going on, where he just hire whoever he wanted, who wanted to be a police officer. And he was one of them.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. What are you gonna do though?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming out of the war, and I think even back in the restructure, I think we're moving towards a very different police department, Trevor. And I think you you know, obviously you transferred in at a time where things had changed, and you know, you know, before times you might not have been fired. You might not have been, but we can't think about what would have happened in the past. We just gotta focus on who we are now, Rudy. And yeah, I think you understand why you would let go, so we don't need to bring that up.
Yeah, 100%. I understand. Yeah. So what do you got going on today?
I don't know. It's early, and things normally pick up in a few hours from now. So I guess we'll see. Obviously, you know what happened to the Mission Row last night, so
Yeah. What happened
that's.
at Mission Row? I saw the stuff.
I mean, according to LSBN, yeah, apparently there was a EMS that put a
Wait,
bomb
hold on a
downstairs.
second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna say it. This doesn't really look good.
For who?
That
The
whole
the EMS.
EMS,
Oh yeah, it
the
doesn't
whole
look good for the
EMS
EMS.
bombing Sanguin, though.
Yeah.
If now EMS are bombing LSPD,
Yeah. Yeah. No great.
yeah, it doesn't look great.
But I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of the motives behind the EMS doing so, and yes, we'll see. I really can't imagine why they'd do it. So that's why I'll be
Did it
looking
say that
into.
in the article that it was EMS? I don't think it said anything about it. I'll keep my
Yeah,
mouth shut.
yeah. It says yeah, an anonymous
I
phone
read it.
call.
Oh, EMS is looking for vengeance. The former EMS. That's Jesus. That is crazy.
I don't know why they'd be looking for vengeance though. Vengeance for what? What was the PD done?
Maybe they're mad that the Senate and PD used EMS to try to bomb someone's. They thought they could bomb them back, but I mean, it really is actually fucking horrible. They kind of just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah,
If I'm going to be 100% honest.
yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy shit going on.
A lot of bombings, huh?
Although, I thought the bombings were supposed to stop.
Brian and I came across a bombing the other day.
Did they?
Yeah, it was the district attorney's office.
Really?
It was during a. I wonder if there's an article up about that. I don't know. I don't know if I have. Let me see. Hold on. There was Brian and I were kind of like driving around filming stuff, and we rolled up on scene after a bomb had gone off, and there were two individuals on the ground, and I'm not too sure. It was during Kevin Kite's funeral.
Yeah.
And I want to say only 2 or 3 units responded. Like carved into the side of the building, there's this weird mark.
What mark was it?
I don't know.
Oh.
It was like this red symbol.
Okay. The hell? I think it's pretty down.
Oh,
Look
it's
into it.
tails. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, well, it was unfortunate timing. I think what ended up happening where there was a bomb, and then two civilians just ran up and started fucking with it. If I'm going to be 100% honest.
Hmm.
Hey, Tails, how you doing?
Thank God I just came to get my shit because my PD is bombed.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Trevor's so sus right now, chat.
I would
He's so
assume
sus.
that somebody. Oh wow, there's no news article on it.
I mean,
I'm
sounds
sure
like an
there's
Yeah,
easy scoop right there.
I'm
Hey,
sure there's
Giles.
like an investigative report.
guys doing okay?
Yeah, we're doing good. Just chatting it up.
Okay. Well, I'll disturb you guys then.
You're not, sir. You could chat it up with us. The more, the merrier. So, yeah. What are your plans? Stark?
I don't know. I don't have any right now. I'm probably going to catch up with my husband and make sure you weren't
I mean,
floating
not
too hard.
right now. I'm just for PD.
Oh, for PD?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think when it comes to accountability for PD, you know, I think we've done a pretty good job when it comes to, you know, our own mess. So, yeah, I don't know. There's still a lot to clean up. There's a lot of morale issues. There's just a lot of issues in PD right now that needs sorting out really. But in terms of accountability, I'm happy where we're at. It's a nice change. Though it's a shame that you know, when it came to Brian, he quit halfway through our decision making process, and Axel was Axel died before he could be held accountable, so
Did you guys have a decision at that point?
at the point Brian had quit. No,
Yeah.
we were still talking about it.
So it's still kind of like, damn. So there wasn't even a decision. He just kind of like,
He left, I think. He's left, and then we found out on Twitter.
Well,
Very
someone told me
professional.
that he left his stuff at the CSO or whatever it was.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And just left his gun and badge and wandered off, and then I guess went and spoke to the news and wrote that sham of an article.
Apparently, made us look like snakes.
Apparently.
yeah. What's with that? How come you think Brian referred to the police department as snakes?
I genuinely couldn't tell you. I genuinely couldn't. I'm sure he was referring to me in some sense, but you know, I've said everything that I wanted to say to Brian.
It was such a. I mean, obviously, it's a really vague statement, right? But he kind of implies that there's more than just one, right? Because it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, he says like his exact quote. I feel like I'm surrounded by a nest of snakes.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea.
You know what's crazy? You know what blows my mind?
Mm-hmm.
Is the judges, like the bias of the judges in this whole situation.
Oh, you heard about the judges having
Bias?
Yeah, what do you mean by bias?
With the war.
I mean, bias would imply that there's something to be biased about, like a court case or something like that.
You know.
Well, that's just their opinion about the Senate, right?
I don't think they are very much speaking about the war because they've helped us to try and fight against what they did. I think they are more upset about what the Senate has done and the decisions that they're making and the overruling stuff.
What's the Senate done, Tails?
I mean, I don't know. That's what Titus has been saying, and doesn't like the Senate. And I don't know. To be honest with you, Drainer, I
Uh-huh.
have not peered into any of that. I have showed no concern. I'm doing my job and just going with it. As long as it doesn't step into me, I'm honestly I
Yeah,
don't really care about
I
it.
feel like I've sorry to cut you off. Were you done?
Okay. Good. I was
I feel like, and I could be wrong, but there's this overwhelming sense of kind of like
Eternal Soul, thank you for the tier
this
one, buddy.
witch hunt going
And
on for the
Sandbite, thank you
Senate
for...
right now, and I don't know
I'm not gonna answer. He's trying
why,
to get a
and it's
roll
kind
out
of
of
like
dark.
ask somebody why, and it's like they can't give you. It's Judge Grayson. Judge Grayson met with LSB the day to speak out the political system in San Andreas, the aftermath of Sanguine Isle, and his desire for change. I'm gonna have to watch this later.
I don't know whether having opinions is a witch hunt as such.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Judges speak out on the war. I mean, listen, I'm not saying war is never a good thing, right? I mean, it does do wonders for the economy, which is why America's always at war.
But one thing I will say, because one thing is having your own opinion, right? And another thing is politically trying to show that opinion to sway others.
Morning, Tails.
Morning.
Where's the armory?
Downstairs. The lockers. Because, like, for example, Titus has been going on Twitter saying, like, oh, fuck the Senate, fuck this and that. Like, it looks like they're trying to get
now, who do the
talks
judges
about the Senate and stuff.
Who are the judges, boss?
Crane, I would say, right? Crane.
Well, I mean, and who does Crane work for?
The Senate.
Yeah, the Senate.
Yeah, I tried calling. I couldn't imagine if I said fuck my bosses. I tried calling my bosses idiots, and I got fired.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, listen, at any point, if any of us, like, the way the legislation is written, if any of us do anything the Senate doesn't like, then we can just be fired. Just like that. The same's for the judges, too.
There's a new legislation?
I mean, the legislation says that the Senate is the boss of everybody when it comes to the government, and we're government workers, so.
What up, Tails?
Yeah.
Hi, However.
Yeah. I got a lot of catching up. I got to read all this.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. You do have a point. I don't know. It's I'm curious about how Crane feels about them.
You know what I learned?
Stop calling you superior idiots.
Hey, Jenny, how you doing?
That is a good point.
Well, yeah, actually, yes, it's actually on that topic.
Right. What did you learn?
While you may disagree with the people you work for, right? That doesn't justify being an asshole to them and saying things such as my superiors are fucking idiots. Fuck my superiors. Or trying to,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Also, Jen, we should do the pose because we're all doing the same Pokemon. Be honest with you. I feel like if you don't like your bosses, and
well, I don't not like Minerva. It's not that I don't like Minerva. I actually think so the honest to God truth is I think Minerva's a really good cop. It had nothing to do with me liking or not liking her.
The difference in your situations is, Trevor, the difference in your situation and the situation with the Senate is that...
I'm not saying anything about the Senate.
I think he's comparing himself to it.
I'm not comparing myself to the Senate.
All right, that's...
I mean, they are your boss, right?
Yeah.
What does it say? Doesn't it say something that the police department works directly for the Senate? Where's that document
Yeah,
at?
that's in the legislation, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially now that we have no commissioner, so all of the senator goes through all of high command pretty much, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless already comes back magically and he retains his position.
It's a possibility. Who knows? I haven't been able to talk to him since the SGSO funerals. He ran off.
I removed him from bank accounts just to prove a point.
Yeah. We don't have to get into him and his bank accounts.
Did he even
No, but,
touch
like,
those
if you-
in Shelby do all the bank account stuff?
No, but he had access to all of them. And the thing is that I know for this is that while you still have access to things, you don't really feel separated from him. But the moment you start losing that access is when you start to feel, this is real. And I want Teddy to feel that this is real so that he actually, thinks about it. Because right now he has the security of still having access to everything. He doesn't need to come back because it's not like he even left.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, it was nice speaking to you, Trevor. I'm glad you're finding your feet.
Yeah. Listen, I'll eventually put another application in, and hopefully, maybe one day I'll be hired and learn to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not about keeping your mouth shut, Trevor.
What was that, Jenny?
It's not about keeping your mouth shut. It's about knowing when the appropriate time to call your command idiots.
Well, that is exactly. If I just would have kept my mouth shut, I wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah, that is true.
Thinking that is one thing, but verbally expressing that is completely different.
True.
All right. Well, yeah, good to see you. And you guys take care.
Bye,
Dark,
Ashley.
really quickly.
To be honest, Tracy, I think there's a lot
I'm
of
sure
things
you've
you
probably
could
been spoken
say,
to already, but
should you say it? I think
next
that's
time
the
we
thing
go
you
over
should.
to Sanguine, am I able to take a
Yeah,
sample
I
of
know.
the mud
It's a
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
harsh reality.
just to see
about
what the hell is going
not
on
only
over there?
just the PD, it's about the
Yeah. So
whole
the last
city.
I heard was
We need
that
to
when
define
Bobby and some
filters
MCU went over,
about
they had
certain
found some radioactive material on the airfield and it was
Especially if there's
removed.
people
Where's the
above you.
bennies on this department?
It's
Parking
under the awning.
garage.
To the right. It's right over there.
So yeah, but
Right over there.
it's worth taking some more samples to see if it's all cleared up or not. Yeah, good idea.
Yep.
There's one in the
Yeah,
garage.
that's fine. All right, I'll go to
All
there
right. All
when
right.
they go
Thanks,
over
Trevor.
the security. Yeah.
It's right there. It's right there.
There you go.
You got it.
Hi, Drainer.
Hey, good to see
Drainer is sussy as fuck. Doc was answering those questions under the assumption that he was being recorded, I'll be honest. Oi. Just to play his cards right, because he was even like, let me go put my phone and my camera in the car. As if, like, there isn't any other way to record a conversation, you know? Dark's gonna be real pissed if he recorded a conversation. Not about Dark. Like, Dark was already aware that that was probably happening. But if he did it with Matt... Uh-oh. That's if that then it gets personal.
Hey, honey.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Trevor wasn't, like, flirting with you or anything, was he? Yeah.
No. I found it kind of strange how he sort of abruptly hugged me. But it was more like a pat on the back, you know?
Okay, what were you two talking about?
How he got fired. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a question.
Sure.
How was Carmine employed for as long as he was being disrespectful? But Drainer got fired.
That's a good question, but I think I kind of said it to Trevor when he brought that up. When it's kind of like, you know, first of all, whataboutism doesn't help nobody.
I agree.
And you know, we want high command or command or anything like that. It was all different police departments back then, so I can't really answer that question. I think he probably should have been fired. But when it comes
Damn,
to the
that's
standards,
a me question. That's crazy.
what do you mean?
I was high command.
Oh, I know, but he wasn't your department or anything.
That's true. I did tell him that if he ever disrespected me, I would ensure that he was fired.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think
it's not that far up.
I didn't really
I
get
think
to.
this stemmed, unfortunately, from a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I think so too. I didn't get to say it to Trevor, but because it didn't really get that far. But I think when it came to like the original situation and stuff, I think that doesn't really matter. It was more of his just general attitude and demeanor that got him fired. To be honest, not the situation itself with Sky, because it does seem like that was all just it was just blown out of proportion, really.
Yeah, I think when Sky mentioned Antov, it wasn't a personal thing, as much as Trevor made it out to be, as much as it was. Listen, we do not have the capacity right now to deal with Mandem and being ambushed and countless swaps. That's how I perceived it, based on how it was explained.
Yeah, I think this whole spew that he had that day about Brian Knight, and then now the day before that, he was coming into my office saying, "Are you a sympathizer for the treasonous and all this crap?" And he'd been talking to Brian on the phone and saying that there was sympathizers in PD and to be on the lookout. And I don't know. I think Brian got on his head a little bit, and now he's working with Brian at LSBN. So
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When he was talking to me, I mean, to start off, when he first called me today, he said, "Has anything happened to you yet?"
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, did you drop your ATM, sir?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that happens. All right, I'll get it fixed, man. So yeah, that was a bit suspicious. And then he was asking very, very kind of pointed questions. So I was under the assumption that he was recording the conversation. Which, yeah, I don't know whether he was. I don't have any proof, but
we're a 1 or 2 party state.
We're a 2-party state. But I kind of said this to Trevor, whether we're a 1 or 2-party state anyway, they can still use the recording. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they can still get it out there. Like, we could sue them, sure, but it's still going to be out there.
Yeah, good luck proving damages, though. Like, that's problematic.
Yeah. Yeah, so. What are you doing today?
Not too much. I don't anticipate being around too long. But, trying to not get shot by Rust. Did you see my 33% tweet?
Yeah, what was that about?
I'm gonna wait for Rust or Hydra or Seaside or Mandem to fuck around, and then we're gonna find out what the DOJ means by 33% of asset seizure. It actually says 33% of assets for misdemeanor tax evasion, because you know what a tax is?
Yeah, what's the tax?
It's something. It's defined as like a compulsory fine or fee by the state.
So like the thing that they don't pay when they sell their cars to each other?
Well, I guess there actually isn't a tax for secondhand sales. I'm not sure, but hear me out. You know what would qualify?
What?
impound fees.
There's
And
no
you know
tax on
what they're-
impound fees.
No. It's not that there isn't a tax. It's the fee itself is a tax.
Okay, sure.
And if the impound fee, right, is less than $20,000, that is misdemeanor tax evasion, and they are subject to seizure of 33% of assets. 33% of assets. Again, I don't know if they have a news van and a Rumpo and a Lambo. 33% of that's a Lambo. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah, I imagine it'd be the sum of the cost of the vehicles, and then you
But
take
wouldn't
that.
that be the 33% the value of their assets? Because 33% of assets is just a third, right?
Right. So then, how do you decide what third? Do you like roll a dice or something?
No, I get to pick.
You get to pick. Okay.
Yeah, why not? And I think if it was the Lambo in question here, I think it would make most sense to do that.
I mean,
Alternatively, if it is 33% of the value of their assets, we then have to take into account the cash that they have, right?
mhm.
And then hopefully they have enough to cover the street value of the vehicles and stuff, because if not, then
Then they gotta sell the car.
something's gonna happen. Exactly. So I'm waiting for the sad soul who wants to fuck around and find out, because I heard Rust has been going crazy recently, and I was like, oh damn, they're gonna be the first ones. They're gonna get 33%.
Well,
They're gonna be left with the 66%.
Yeah,
67?
Maybe. Listen, I got something. I'm changing the subject here, but
Okay.
this is between me and you. But I don't know whether you've spoken to Pred at all in the past week or so. But the senator shot Pred when he was unarmed in the prison last week.
Oh.
And what the fuck? Quick, I'm gonna go. I'll catch up with you.
Channel
Yep.
78.
No contact.
I'm 76.
Yeah, I just came on the way, so. But an 11 in the area though before 30.
What's the 20 dispatch?
It seems to be north in the winery field, near Bandrina Road. Exactly in the winery, but like close to Route 68.
So we're just gonna take Great Ocean North.
Bonjour, can we get someone in Air 1 up in the air, please?
I'm far from a PD station. I can't grab it. I'm closer to than the police station.
.230 is taking Great Ocean, but right after the fleet, I'm gonna make that right onto the road that leads. to
Then
the winery.
shiesty.
That,
What the
anything
fuck,
vehicles
bro?
and stuff.
There's also a 1011 on scene. Pretty sure.
Guys, I just had a speeding vehicle registered to Winston Bolt, southbound Great Ocean, speeds 112. Dispatch, could you get me, could you look up, Winston Bolt? License plate is King Kong, except the first I is in 1. Can you tell me the type of vehicle that is?
400, I'm gonna be rolling 23 to Den now, stand by.
GTR R33,
Tab 4, thank you.
35.
400, I got Dan, he's out in the field, no vehicle. Needs to be breathing. Dan, you okay, pal?
Papa 78, that's last flight ready to
What
come up.
happened?
Those British motherfuckers.
British? Okay, did they have a car? You see a
Yeah.
car? What car was it?
It was a GTR.
It was a GTR. Okay, Bolo, GTR filled with British motherfuckers.
Okay, it's gonna be. I imagine
course.
it's gonna be the one.
All right,
That we
do you
just,
know what
or I
color
just
it was,
saw,
Jen?
Southbound Great Ocean.
It was black.
Now in the city.
All right, Jeff.
They're
Guys, we're
doing
gonna get
Additional-
attacked by planes.
Additional is a black GTR. All right, we'll get you medical, Dan. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you, Chief.
Heading southbound Great Ocean. RO
You been
was,
stabbed?
Winston Bolt.
No.
Can someone look for affiliation on that?
Oh,
No,
God.
but you got beat?
My kneecaps.
Affiliation tag on his profile.
Not the kneecap.
Any priors, arrests with others?
That's there's a case or
Yeah,
anything.
jeez.
I think it pertains to the 1011. I can put a report as chief.
Yeah, that'd be great, please. Additional info. Looks like they've knocked his kneecaps out. No signs of any firearms used.
Jesus Christ, his kneecaps?
No, he found his kneecaps are gone.
Jesus Christ! Do we have a walk?
No, nothing left. I don't know what medically to do here, Dan, so I'm just not going to move you, mate, okay?
Appreciate you, Chief.
Alright.
I mean, that adds up.
You work for UK Oil and Matt, so yeah, I think.
They're just currently blocked.
EMS from PD.
Send it.
We got a 1052 for this 30 now, for just north of the winery. It's going to be code 4 on scene. Clear the roll in.
A firm, just above.
Thank you. Orange, I'm
Were
going to
any
close
of the
this.
individuals wearing teal pants?
Tiles, check with then, please.
The only thing he said was it was a bald motherfucker from the tuner shop.
Tommy Cruiser.
Tommy Cruiser.
Just for confirmation that it's Tommy, can you ask him if he smelled like baby oil?
He said a lot of baby oil.
10-4.
That's a
That sounds like
positive
positive
PID.
ID for Tommy
Yeah.
Cruiser. Also, 230 is right around the block from that 37. I'm on scene.
404 Stenny, do you still need 78s or?
Need to roll it down to a 77. Bolo, black GTR. Believe occupied by Mandem / Tommy Cruiser.
I did see a black GTR in the Mandem block.
Can we get a plate on that?
Stand by. It's confirmed the same plate of the GTR saw southbound Great Ocean, King Kong, with the eyes of one. No longer have visual of it, but it was last seen in the Mandem block.
Hey, but let's get the vehicle stopped and questioned if we find it. $400 dispatch. Dan's going to be loaded up into the lifeline now. Can I get a unit in the city to pop to SMH, please, to wait for Den?
404.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make my way there too, as well as chief.
Hey, Phil.
I'm gonna go with this roads.
Is Den 636?
6, I believe.
Hey, Phil. 636.
yes.
10-4. His vehicle is abandoned on North Rockford, just south of UK Oil.
Okay, even more reason to stop that car.
So we now have proximity to the Mandem block. We have the RO of a vehicle heading southbound on Great Ocean as I was heading north to the call. Registered to someone with Mandem affiliation. And then I saw that GTR and took a photo of it within the Mandem block with the license plate. So we're dealing with Mandem.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Would you like me to call a local to
Oh,
the vehicle?
Jesus Christ. What have I done?
We'll bring Den back.
proper
Oh
situation.
God.
I'll stay in the car then.